Hey everyone, Regal Reviews here. So this week is a week of premieres. A lot of new shows are premiering and a lot of shows are returning. So to start off the week of premieres, I'm recapping my three usual shows, but I'm recapping two new shows, and one of them premiered tonight, and that show is called This Is Us. And basically, the concept of the show is that these three different people live totally different lives, but they have one thing in common. They share the same birthday. So when I first heard about that, I'm like, I don't know. But then I kept seeing trailer after trailer, and the networks are like really promoting the series. And the more I saw it, the more I wanted to, see what This Is Us is all about. So let's get started with the recap. I guess the easiest way to do this, instead of doing the episode in what happened chronologically, I'll just go with each individual, or in some case each couple, and discuss it from there. So let's start off with Randall. Randall is, of course, celebrating his birthday, and he seems to be doing pretty well for himself. I mean, he's a family man. He looks like, I'm not exactly sure what his job is yet, but it looks like he's a businessman, and he has a lot going for him, but what we don't know is that he has a lot of unanswered questions, and what we found out is that he was actually adopted, and that his parents, well, his dad left him at the fire station because his mom unfortunately died in childbirth, because they revealed that she was addicted to crack, and she died giving birth to Randall. So that was probably a lot for Randall to process, that he'll never get to meet his biological mom. But then he has his mixed feelings about his biological father, because on one hand he just left him at a fire station, but on the other hand, if if his dad William didn't leave him at the fire station, Randall's life could have been totally different. His life could have totally been messed up living with crack addicts. So William did do the right decision for Randall in that moment, because he was raised by good people. He was raised by good people, is what I mean, and that he had an amazing life. He has a wife and he has two kids, and what more could he ask for? And his kids are great. And his wife seems very supportive in the fact that he found his biological father. And his kids are cute. They're at a soccer game and they're taking turns watching, I guess, the kiddie game and the older girls game. And while the older daughter is taking the game very seriously, you see the 4-year-old braiding the other player's hair, and I thought that was super cute. And Randall obviously has a lot of mixed emotions meeting his father. I mean, and when he meets him, he just blurts out that I'm your biological son, and that he left him at a fire station. He's had a good life, but he also doesn't want anything from him. But what I thought was interesting is that Randall doesn't even really know his biological father, but yet he's bringing him home to meet his family and trying to get to know them. And so I felt that was a bit strange, because you don't even know him. I mean, you don't know if he's going to con you out of money or not, or you don't know if he's being genuine and wants to have a relationship with you. That's the thing, you just don't know. William did reveal that he is dying. He didn't say what of. I don't know if it has to do with his past drug abuse or not. I guess it seems like we'll learn that in the next episode. So that's basically what happened with Randall. Now, I guess we'll go with Kate next. Kate, I gotta say, Kate is probably my favorite character on the show. Kate is struggling to lose weight. She doesn't really feel good about herself, and she's trying very hard to lose the weight to be healthier on the inside and the outside and on the outside. And she has all these notes in her fridge, like telling her, don't eat this, don't eat that. And, it's very hard for anybody to lose weight. I've tried to lose weight before. It is not easy when you have all those temptations around you. And I believe she falls off the scale and calls her brother, and they have a heart to heart, and it seems like Kate doesn't really have anybody, which is kind of sad. I mean, the only person that she has that is supportive of her and that is there for her is her brother Kevin. So Kate goes to this support group, I guess for heavier people, and her and this guy Toby really hit it off, and Kate's a bit hesitant at first to like start anything because she doesn't really feel confident in herself, but they really seem to hit it off. They have an amazing first date, and they go back to the apartment, and he wants to do it with her, but Kate's hesitant because it's been a while, and I think that she just doesn't really feel beautiful, and she needs somebody to tell her that she's beautiful the way she is. And she's you see her really working hard to try to lose the weight, not only basically so she could feel better about herself, but then she's also you see her kind of being a caregiver in a way, because I guess we'll just dive right into her brother Kevin. When I first heard about Kevin, I thought that he was going to be the Manny to Jack and Rebecca's children, but he actually is an actor and stars in a show called The Nanny, which I guess is a boy version of The Nanny, And he is very disappointed in his career, and he actually has an outburst on set, and he it's actually the video that they upload goes viral, and he gets drunk at home, obviously, because he basically just lost his job, and he's kind of venting, and you see Kate kind of taking care of him the way that he was taking care of her, and I thought that was really nice that Kate and Kevin can really be there for each other, and they could be each other's support team. Last is Jack and Rebecca. They're a couple, and it starts off with Jack getting a little something something on his birthday, but that's kind of interrupted because his wife Rebecca's water breaks, and we find out that they're expecting triplets. So wow, triplets, that's amazing. She's a little bit, she gets very emotional because obviously she's having babies, but her regular doctor isn't available, so this new one is there, and they're trying to get to know him, and he reassures them that he's going to do everything in his power to make this a memorable day for her, because this is the greatest day of, from what his words, he said, this is the most important day of your life. And what I didn't really like is that the doctor's trying to explain to Jack and Rebecca the potential complications with having triplets, with the delivery, and Jack kind of like brushes it off and says, I want you to say everything's going to be okay today. And during the delivery, they deliver the first boy naturally, which that's another thing too. I don't get that. why was she delivering triplets naturally? I mean, isn't that kind of like a risk factor in itself on the babies and the mother? I mean, I always thought multiple births meant C-section, but anyway, there was complications in the delivery because Rebecca was in distress, and um, the doctor ordered Jack out of the room, and it was kind of sad that Jack couldn't be there for the delivery of his other two babies, but I guess if like an emergency C-section, you have to act quick. And we find out that the second baby is a girl, so they have one of each, but unfortunately we find out that the third baby was male and that he was stillborn. The doctor said that the cord was around his neck, and that's like a lot of emotions, like really bittersweet, because you just had these two healthy babies, but then you had another baby, but he was stillborn, and Rebecca's asleep during this, because she just had a C-section, but um, that must be awful for her to wake up to hearing that. I cannot even imagine what Jack and Rebecca were going through, but the doctor revealed to Jack that he actually became a doctor because him and his wife, their first child was stillborn, and that's what made him wanting to go in the medical field, and that he, even though his son was gone, he inspired him to lead this life, and because of that, he is saving other people's lives. So even though Jack and Rebecca's son is gone, his legacy still lives on. And Jack and well, not Jack and Rebecca. Jack goes to visit his son and daughter in the nursery, and it's a very nice moment. Although I don't get why people were smoking around there, because I didn't think people could smoke in a hospital. And this guy asks who Jack's children are, and Jack asks the same thing with the cop, and he says, none of these kids are mine. He just brought in this baby left at a fire station. And how ironic is it, because it's an African American male, just like Randall was once left at the fire station. So I thought, wow, what a coincidence. And I made me think to myself, wait a minute, are they gonna adopt him? And sure enough, the ending did reveal that Rebecca and Jack did bring home the African American baby. And I think that's really sweet. But at the same time, it's like, how do they process the stillbirth of their other son by just bringing another baby home? It just seems like it's kind of like, in one way it seems like it's the replacement kid, but then another way it's like a really sweet thing to adopt this kid, because he was just left at the fire station. Now the baby can't have a future because of Jack and Rebecca. So the show definitely had a lot of mixed emotions. I know I said that a lot, but I gotta say, it's a very unique show. I'm definitely going to be doing more recaps on This Is Us. It's the original show. The characters are great. I think basically what the show means is that, life has its ups and downs, but as Kate put it, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen next week. I'm going to preview after the show. It showed that Randall's wife was a bit skeptical of William, that if he's really sick or not. And I would assume that, we're going to see more of Jack and Rebecca, dealing with the loss of their son and the birth of their son and daughter, and adopting their new baby. And we're going to see more of Kate and Toby, and see where their romance goes, and see what's next for Kevin. It seems like that he's in a bit hot water with the network. So I'm very excited for next week. If you guys want to check out This Is Us, it is on Mondays, 10 p.m. on NBC. I hope you guys enjoyed the pilot episode of This Is Us, and I hope you guys enjoyed my This Is Us recap. And until next time, stay regal.